Today I want to spend some time showing you how to set up your RobotC and write a sample program. The first thing you'll need to do is go to RobotC 4.0. It's the one that has 4.0 on it. You'll double click and I'll open it up. Should look like this. Then you're going to need to make sure you set it up so you can see all these functions on the left side. You're going to go to Robot, Platform Type. Going to make sure that VEX 2.0 Cortex is selected. If it's not, go ahead and click it. Then if you have to select that, you'll have to go again to Robot, Platform Type. Make sure Natural Language PLW is also selected. So both of these should be checked. Once that's done, you can make sure that it's Robot VEX Cortex Communication Mode. Make sure it's USB only. And then it should look the same as you can see right here. The next thing we're going to do is open up a sample program. You're going to go to File, Open Sample Program. If it doesn't say Sample Programs VEX 2, then you're going to just click on Sample Programs, make sure VEX 2 is selected. You'll scroll down to PLTW, go to your PLTW template.c, double click, opens up. You're going to go File, Save As, and you need to save it in your drive. The way you find that is go on the left side until you see your name. You can double click. It's inside your drive, hit Save, hit Yes. So now I've got the template saved. What you're going to do now will be to set up your motor and sensors. Since I've already showed you how to set up your motor and sensors, we're going to use the same ones that I just showed you, which are going to be in port 1 for the motor and port 1 for the digital sensor. So again, I clicked on motor and sensor setup, click on motors, and we're going to name our motor, which is in port 1, motor 1. The type is VEX 393. Then we're going to go to VEX Digital Sensors. We're going to name our little bump switch, which is a little button, Bump 1. It's a number 1. And then we're going to click on Touch. Once that's done, we have both of those set up. We're going to say Apply, say OK, and you see at the top it's populated all of our variables. So we named our variable for our motor, motor 1, and for our bump 1. We're going to go ahead and fill in this information in the header. We're going to name this sample. Team members, just write your name, date. Go ahead and put the date there. And then section, whatever section you're in. Our task description is sample program. And our pseudocode is just plain English version of what we're trying to make it do. And what we want to do is when you push the button, motor starts. It runs for 5 seconds. Motor stops. And that's our pseudocode. So there's 4 sections of code that we need to add. So whenever you have this task main right here, you're going to put all of your information between these 2 curly Q brackets. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. So remember, it's going to go underneath this top one. Now, to add our code for when you push the button, you're going to click on Natural Language, the little plus sign to the left. And when you push the button, it's going to be under Until. Until bump. That means until you touch the bump. And we named our bump, Bump 1. So I'm going to put that inside sensor port. It's asking you what you named your variable. Make sure if you capitalize or you put a space or something, actually you shouldn't put spaces, but you need to make sure it looks exactly the same. We're going to delay our time by ½ a second, so that's 500 milliseconds. So we've done when you push the button. When you push the button, the motor starts. So we're going to add for the motor to start. That's going to be inside movement. Start motor. We're going to put it in there. We named our motor, motor 1. And we'll just put in the fastest it will go, and that's 127. And then we say it runs for 5 seconds. That's going to be under wait. We're going to have how long it's going to go. Wait time. We're going to name it 5 for 5 seconds. This one, if you have like milliseconds, like you wanted it to be 5.5, you could put it at milliseconds. But we're just going to have the regular wait time. Finally, the motor stops. That's also under movement for where it says stop motor. We're going to click and drag it down. I'm going to name it, make sure you put the variable name. It's also motor 1 because we start motor 1, we stop motor 1. And then if you want to make sure you've done it all correctly, you can click compile program just to double check. And if there's little X's anywhere, that means there's an issue with your code. If not, it looks good. So at this point, you can go ahead and save it as a PDF and turn it into Schoology. File, print, make sure it's PDF selected for your printer. Say OK. If it doesn't pop up automatically, click on this little guy down here and it'll pop up. Save it in your files, in your drive, hit save, and then once you've got it popped up, you can submit it to our Schoology page.